So welcome to our first quarter Esoteric Truth or Dare for our course correction. So if we want to go ahead and we're going to drop our head into our heart space and just take some breaths. So we're going to do one for ourselves just to settle in, one for the collective, those that are in our hearts and in our thoughts, and then one for a special intention that we hold tonight. So just come on and settle in and just take a deep breath. Let that all go. And those that are in our hearts and our thoughts. And then if you have a special intention tonight. All right. If you got your candle, do our ritual. Okay. Let this flame represent the wild spirit that burns within each of us.
The wild spirit that burns within each of us.
As we awaken our own wild spirit.
As we awaken our own wild spirit.
May we awaken the collective.
May we awaken the collective.
Ooh, that looks so cool.
Lamar, what is that?
Oh, it's a black candle.
Oh, okay. I was like, what kind of torch is that?
That's cool.
It's actually for protection.
Okay.
Oh,
It
nice.
looked really, I couldn't tell it was like, I don't know, it looked like a torch or something.
Got I think that's the evil eye. Is that what that is?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm not sure what-
Cool.
It's not evil. It's your
Or, you know, with the wards off. the evil eye.
Yeah,
Oh,
wards
I
off
see.
evil.
Yeah.
Yes.
Protection. But it was black, and since that's one of our colors, I figured.
There you go.
That's perfect. That's
Right
perfect.
over here. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put some clove and ginger essential oil in my diffuser.
Oh,
That
Together.
smells good.
Would be awesome.
She's got her essential oil.
Clove and ginger.
Nice.
It's gonna smell just like the holidays.
Right.
Oh, that's a good
Nope.
idea. I'm gonna grab a little pinch of ginger to put on the candle.
Ooh. Now it makes me want to get all spicy.
That's funny. I wasn't even thinking about what they were for the month or whatever, but I was like dousing my lymph nodes in clove a second ago.
So it's perfect. Just intuitively know.
You knew. Deep
Right,
down.
you knew. All right.
I want to read the mantra and just a little reminder of the keys before we jump into Truth or Dare.
Okay.
So the mantra, the ultimate destination of all life is light. I accept the light and the shadows as both support my growth. So with these keys for this month, we're talking about authority and boundaries. And we're exploring more keys here. We're exploring our emotions and how they influence our behavior and listening to our inner guidance and what duality looks like in our life, where it shows up in our life, and our intentional personal growth, which I think is something we show up for every single month, but putting a spotlight on that a little more this month. Before we get started with Truth or Dare, has I don't know, any of you want to share if you still need to create action steps for this month? Because we're in this first quarter moon. This is time we start taking action steps for whatever our intentions that we've implemented in the beginning. And if we haven't, that's fine. This is the time to do it. This is time to figure out what those action steps are. But how's everyone doing in that process right now? Get a thumbs up for those who already have action steps and have even started
I
Alright.
started them for the workshop one that I'm doing. Now, for these, are you all taking your action items from the actual action item list, or you just come up with your own?
Yeah, just whatever you want. Yeah, in the list and you're talking about in the Manifest with the Moon workshop, right?
Well, that one, I've already came up with my own action steps for that one. But I was talking about for like the dares, it says action items equal the dares. So
Yes.
for this, for the course correction, your action
Yeah.
items actually come from your dares, or you come up with them?
You know, they totally can. And that's why we implemented Esoteric Truth or Dare, and why we do it now, the first quarter, is if you haven't had time to really figure it out yet, of course, we come together to manifest together, right? If you haven't had that time to do it, the action items give you some alternatives, or not alternatives, some possibilities.
Possibilities, yeah, ideas.
And so you can already have your own, that might fit in a little bit more with specifically what you're wanting to manifest. But if you're
Right.
still unsure, at least you've got a list of things that will resonate not only with our topic, but with this time frame that you can do, and it gives you a few weeks to do it.
Right.
And
Okay.
the same with the truths too. And if you haven't had an opportunity to really sit down and think about what this month means, or where you are in the process of your intentions and how your intention connects with the topic, then that's kind of what the meditation truths are.
And you know that rest is always an action too.
Rest.
So we don't always put that on there, but rest is,
Uh,
to keep that in mind, because that's something that, especially as women, that we don't tend to do as an action step. It's one of those that it's like we go until we drop. And so with this work,
get
it's
sick.
that, yeah, right. So yeah, so with this work, keep that in mind, that, sometimes that action, the rest is that action step. So,
I just want to say real quick how much I've loved the meditation. I've done it more than twice, and I'll probably do it as many times as I remember to do it.
it's nice. Yeah. And having access to all the old ones too. I mean, they're all on there. If you feel drawn to a topic, if you can.
Is that an action step?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Heck yes. Yes.
Write that down.
Yes. All right. Well, who's ready to play? Everybody ready to play?
Mhm.
Yes. All right, Joe. We'll start
Oh.
with you. You want to give, or you want to get first?
I should give first. You set
Okay.
me up.
All right.
I'll give. I give.
That sounds good. Okay, Lamar raised her hand. So if you want to give to Lamar first to start us off.
What you want, Marzi?
I want a dare, please.
Okay.
Magic finger.
Okay. Spend a day using minimal words or being selectively mute. Journal about what you experience, but journal about your experience. Okay, I'll take a dare.
Okay. Should I give that back to her?
Sure.
Okay. Here comes your dare.
That works. We have an even number tonight. That works great.
Mm-hmm.
Find nature's water to dip your toe in. The ocean, a river, a creek, lake, or pond, or even a puddle after a rain shower.
Okay. Send me to the beach.
Lucky.
Oh, darn. Thank you.
Nice. All right. Who would like to give and receive next? Anybody? All right. Okay. You want to give, receive?
I'll give. What do you want?
Okay. I will take a dare. I want to do all of them, but not like as like just give me one first.
Well,
We'll
once
start
we
with
get
that.
through this, I want to share something about that actually. All right.
Okay.
Okay. On one side of a page, make a list of people who love you and why they love you. On the other side of the page, write why you love them.
That's a good one. I'm excited
Yeah.
about that. Okay. I like it. Okay, what would you like, my dear?
I'm going to take a truth.
Okay. All right. Okay. Can you define any trauma that still resides within you?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I can. And sometimes the trauma, even when we think, this is what I do for a living, even when you think it is gone and it'll come up in such strange ways, there's an old trauma from, 30 something years ago that I thought was totally gone. And I'm sitting with an old friend and she pulls out a bottle of wine, and down at the bottom of that bottle of wine, she starts prying into something she never knew before and getting into something that was bothering her about my reaction to things. And it's all water related. It was a boat wreck that I was in a gazillion years ago. A friend of mine died and it started pouring out 35 years ago or whatever, forever ago. So yeah, it's still there. That's probably my biggest one, and something that had happened not that long ago that really resonates here. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that I had to point out because it's water related.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Very
element.
interesting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Okay, Joyce and Kathleen, would you guys like to give to each other? You muted, Kathleen.
I was been trying
Sorry,
to
they're-
log in, and so I don't have them because my
Okay.
phone- it's being retarded. It won't let me log in.
Okay.
I have I went to the in-person new moon thing this past week with Ember, and it was delightful. And I got my truth or dares that night. So I'll just go ahead and give you yours,
Okay.
if that's cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just have to say there were some little kids who just came to the door. It was super cute.
Aw.
They're all like
Still going on.
princesses and so cute. Anyway, so truth or dare?
You pick wild card.
Okay, let's see.
Actually,
Ooh, this
oh,
is
you
really,
got one?
yeah. So take a topic. This is a dare. Take a topic you're deeply passionate about and write down several opposing viewpoints, 3 to 5. Then debate those opposing points to yourself in the mirror.
That's a good one too.
Ooh,
That's
that'll be interesting.
see.
You got to make it something you're like seriously passionate about,
Mm.
and then debate the opposite side to yourself. Oh, what a great time right now with all the political stuff going on.
It seems like such a
Not that it-
Gemini thing to do.
Do it.
It
Right.
seems like such a Gemini thing.
That's
Get that
funny.
duality in there.
Yeah.
Which sign are you,
Me?
Joyce? Yeah,
Aries.
Aries. Got it. So,
Mhm.
So I know that Beth wanted a truth, and I have not seen if any other truth or anybody else has said anything. Have y'all noticed? Or
No, I
Okay.
did not get. I did
I
not.
didn't either.
Yeah,
Okay.
Heather got one already, and I don't know where Tracy is. I thought sure she would be on. She may be running late, so I don't know what she wants. But
Okay.
Do you,
Would
are you gonna
someone
give
like to
Susan?
give Beth? Somebody want to give Beth hers? A truth?
Yeah, I'll jump in.
Okay.
Do you see yourself? Okay, this is for Beth. Do you
Okay.
see yourself as a rebel and unlikely to conform to societal pressures? What feelings does that bring up, if any?
That's a good one too.
Oh, I love that
I'm
one.
Oh,
such
right.
a rule follower. I'm like, she's not a rebel.
All right. Beth, you must weigh in. We want to
That's
hear from
funny.
you.
Well,
All
okay,
right.
so something that Kathleen was talking about when we did the in-person circle, we did truth or dare a little bit differently. And so we had a little bowl, you can't see, okay, a little bowl with strips of paper where you chose your own truth and a dare, right? We got one of each. So when it was over, I just dumped what was left in here. So Kathleen, you took yours. I don't know if I threw mine away or it's in here. I mean, I know what it is, but I'm not sure. And I don't know if anybody else did. And my point in telling you that, I don't know what's in here, right? Most all of them, there could be some missing, I don't know. But I was wondering how you guys felt about if I just randomly draw one for all of us. If it's a truth, we discuss until the end, right? We got a few more minutes. If it's a dare, it's something that we all join together as a group and say we're gonna do.
Okay. I'm
Try
up for
to,
it.
That's
right?
right.
Yeah.
No pressure, but try to do it. Okay. Here it is. Oh, well, that was the one I got. So can you
Wow.
define any trauma that still resides within you?
Ooh.
Yep.
10 minutes.
Honey, we would all get it.
I know, right?
Oh dear, let me think.
Oh, all right. Anyone?
Oh.
Yes. Where do you start? I'm still apologizing to all the neighbors and everyone I affected when I was 15 years old. Can I stop? I should probably do the Ho'opono.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no,
That
yes.
one over and over and over till I can stop. Yes, definitely. And I feel like all the body work, all the walking and everything I do helps to get that out of me. But like it's layers, it shows up again and work and talking to people who are more learned than I am about stuff like that.
Yeah. Nice.
Mm.
Thank you for sharing that. And nice to know that you did crazy shit when you were 15 too.
Or Lamar.
Before the internet.
Lamar, do I owe you an apology? Sorry.
Before the internet. There's no proof.
Well, there was this one time.
Oh, I want to tell just a real super quick story. It's funny because I spent some time with my oldest and his family this weekend. She makes caramel apples and lollipops, and so we're converting a trailer into a service vehicle. And so we've spent some time together and over the years, really talked about our past and, how dysfunctional her family was and our family with divorce and remarriage and stepdads and, kids and everything. And so the funny part is we were talking about me because I guess I was talking about how our relationships had gone and her mom had passed away. And so I realized my place that I'm not replacing her mom, but I'm certainly try to be a mother role to her. And she said, she goes, one thing about you is that you grow on people. She goes, I think you grow on people. And I was like, I think that's a really good compliment, really. I mean, I feel like especially from my daughter-in-law, like years in.
Yes,
I'm
that is
just
definitely
yelling
a compliment from your daughter-in-law, no doubt.
I think daughter-in-laws are hard. I mean, just families are hard sometimes, it really not even I don't hard's not the word really. It's just it takes effort. And especially healing, all that old past when, that's one of the biggest things is, to have your adult children say, I finally get that you were just doing the best that you could and that you came from trauma, came from trauma, came from trauma. And, we're all in that place. And I thought, okay, all right, it's working. This is good. This is really
Yeah.
good. So,
It changes the relationship right there, doesn't it? It
it's
strengthens
very,
and grows it and puts it into, where's my tool? Puts it into
yeah,
the
your
spiral
spiral.
up. I don't have
Yeah,
it in front of me, but yeah.
it
Yeah.
really does. And
Just
makes it
leveling
makes
up.
yeah, feel like, that's why this work is so important, because your kids do grow up, and we grow up, from our 15-year-old self to what we are today. It's like, I'm sure we all owe people an apology, but we also are just trying to get through life, right? To the best of our ability. But I thought that was funny. And it made me happy, just thinking, I know. It's one of
Nice.
those things.
Taking care of trauma. Any other shares? We've still got a couple minutes, which is unusual on Truth or Dare.
So, when you say define a trauma, like, I don't exactly know what that means. You mean
Is there something that occurred in your lifetime that still comes up? And even though you may have dealt with it, or it may not be part of it may not be something you think of daily or even weekly or even monthly, but it will still resurface once in a while and you can still really feel it. I mean, trauma just, it stays with us. That's for sure. But sometimes it's easier to get through it, not necessarily over it, but through it, if that makes sense. It's still there.
Yeah, I had something happen last night that reminded me of when this one guy that I went out with before my husband, he split up with me, and it was really it was super traumatic, and I had to really I really had to get help at that point in my life with I realized I don't think I know how to have relationships with people. I was like, I don't think I know how to have friendships. I don't know how to have intimate relationships. I just don't know how to do relationships. So it caused me to go and get help and recover from that, and it really and I did, you know what I mean? I did recover, and I started making better choices and everything. And then there was this whole thing, and then he came back and wanted to patch things up, and I was already seeing somebody else, and it was this whole thing. So then he died a year ago, and then his sister, which was, that was tough to hear about, but his sister, who I'd never met before, I met at the funeral, and she just told me. So she texts me occasionally because she's pretty traumatized about it herself, losing her brother. And she told me last night by text how the last year they really got to know each other again, and connected the last year of his life. And she said he talked about you all the time. You were like this kind of angel in his life or something like that. And I don't know why, I I think it was like somehow validating, you know, sometimes when we think about things that happened during things that were very deep and meaningful that happened in our past, like sometimes it's like, did that really happen? You know what I mean? Like, did that part of my life really happen? Or, you know, it just seems like a dream or something. And I think there was just something really nice about knowing that, like, even though we couldn't be together, like that I had some kind of positive impact on his life or something, you know?
Right.
Like
You both
something,
did for each other. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, something good came out of the heartbreak or something. I don't know. Anyway.
I think something good always comes out of trauma. It's how we grow. Oh, it's one
Yeah.
way, one of the ways. But yeah, as long as we're learning from it, yeah. And not using it to define us. That we can
Right.
define it. It can't define us.
Mhm. Right.
Well, okay, I don't think there are any other truth or dares right out there, right, that we know of.
Nope, I didn't see anything else.
Okay, so we're covered on everyone. Who's ready to howl? Everybody feel good?
Yeah, Halloween. Let's make it even. Yeah, let's see if we can raise the roof here, huh?
Right.
Let the little trick or treaters know we're here.
My one
Right.
trick or treat.
Exactly what I want. All right.
Take a super deep breath, the deepest one you've had today. Right, at the top of this breath, howl it out.
Mwah. Happy Halloween.
Happy
Halloween.
Halloween.
There.
Happy manifesting.
I can check it off the list. Check it off your list.
Check it off. See y'all later. See you next time. Bye.